To the story now, the Acting Minister of Police, Professor Firoz Cachalia, will today lead a ministerial stakeholder engagement, and this happens in Westbury and Reiger Park. Let's take you now to SABC News reporter Neria Hlakotsa for more on the story. So, Neria, I'm assuming that community members want answers, and they want answers now to some of the social ills that they faced with.
Good morning to you. Indeed, residents of Westbury are calling for the police ministry to make changes and to ensure that at least there's more police on the ground. But this is not as simple as one might think it might be. Of course, the acting minister will come here to speak to some of those community members who have been invited to this stakeholder engagement. But I must tell you that when I was speaking to some of the community members just to find out if they will be attending this, they were just telling me more than anything that they were not invited and they are not happy with the arrangements of this stakeholder engagement. They were hoping that at least it would happen in Westbury, but we do know that it is happening at the JMPD headquarters in Sophia Town, just a stone throw away from Westbury. But residents were hoping that at least the acting minister for that matter, would be on the ground with them. Remember, this visit by the acting minister and the deputies and the national commissioner comes after that mass shooting that happened here in Westbury, claiming the lives of young people. So residents here have been saying that they are not happy with the work that police are doing on the ground. They believe that they are still under siege, especially when it comes to the gangs in the area. Among the gangs that the people here in Westbury are suffering from are those, the Varados, some of the gangs that you find in this area. You also find the fast gangs, and residents have to bear with these gangs all the time, all day, every day. And this has been a concern for most of them because they end up losing their loved ones when these gangs are at war with each other. And of course, when you look at the recent deaths, also the concern raised by the national commissioner was the fact that most of the children here are also now being used by these gang members to be the ones on the ground. And he was also saying that since just this year alone, they've managed to make at least 19 arrests of gang members. So it remains to be seen what will happen with this meeting, whether it will in fact bear some form of fruit and maybe bring normalcy here in Westbury, and just to see whether things will indeed change. But when you look also at the crime stats from January to March, we did see the crime stats saying in Gauteng at least 600 people have died due to gun violence. So you can see that this problem here that the acting minister will be trying to deal with is not only at Westbury but also in Gauteng, and I think that's why also the minister will be going to Reiger Park later on.
Neria, we certainly hope that will signal the silencing of the guns in these communities. That's Neria Hlakotsa watching that story for us this hour.